or has Suns in recent history, in recent memory, been really bad on historic nights? We've had some pretty historic nights in these last two seasons, and they've been uh they didn't end with the most favorable outcome in each game. We're gonna get this one started like right away. It's 11 p.m., dude. Holy crap. Okay. Let me get everything. Let me get everything here. Jeez, jeez, a terrible loss, man. That sucks. Heartbreaking for what was supposed to be history. I think is the general sentiment here. Um, all right, let's get this. What up, Suns fans? Suns lose two in a row in the back to back meetings against the Portland Trailblazers in the City of Roses in Portland in overtime. A huge blowing and crushing loss for the Suns. There's a lot of reasons why this one hurts so much, and we'll dig more into that in just a second. But for now, final score: Phoenix Suns 119 to the Portland Trailblazers 121. And I'll talk to you all in just a second here.
Kevin Durant delivers. Gorgeous move for Bradley Beal.
Personally, I feel like that brother needed help.
Devin Booker with the clutch three.
Hey, Suns fans, it is 11 p.m. here in Phoenix. These West Coast games really do suck if you're an Eastern uh, Suns fan. So I am dearly sorry for that, and especially sorry that you had to watch tonight's game. Just another disappointing loss from the Phoenix Suns. We didn't get to talk about this much last time because all of the big shaky news in the NBA sphere recently. But Phoenix Suns lose both games against the Portland Trailblazers. Um, now I'm very frustrated with this team as of right now. This is my first reaction coming out the game, and I'm just, this team, man. I've harped on so much on the fact that the Phoenix Suns really have to start taking care of business. If you watched and been a fan, which I thank you for sticking with us in this channel for so long. If you've been watching the last couple episodes, you would have always heard me say that this time of year, it's very crucial for the Suns to start taking care of business. We need to start taking care of business and start winning these games. Um, we're not that far into the West. Um, these games start to become really hard. The Suns have some of the hardest games remaining of the NBA schedule, and there's just not that many easy ones to grab. And this shaky so far, almost back to 500 on the season team is looking increasingly likely to be back into the struggle for the play in. And that's I don't even want to talk playoffs now. I mean, the goal right now is to get into the playoffs. That's the goal. Is this team enough for a championship? No, but we would like at least like to make a make the playoffs here. Um, there's this team. It's just there's so much going on with this team right now on where it should be, and a lot of the bets that the Suns have taken early on with this team are now starting to be really bad during during nowadays. Case in point, one of the many factors that made this night so cruel to Suns fans is well, first of all, I should say that the Portland Blazers are now Portland Trailblazers are they're starting to become a dominant force in the West again. You know, it was only a matter of time until they stay at the bottom of the West until they start climbing back up into it. Um, so it's frustrating when you take these games when you lose these games that you're supposed to win. Suns taking so many bets, and part of those bets was the Aiden trade that we made back in 2023. Suns sending Chimani Kamara, who was a rookie at the time, and DeAndre Aiden over to the Portland Trailblazers in exchange for Grayson Allen and Grayson Allen from the Bucks and Yusuf Nurkic from the Trailblazers, along with a bunch of other names like Keon Johnson, who's now in Brooklyn, and then uh, oh man, I forget his name, but he was quite a spring boy. I forget. Jeez, he went to the Heat, and then he got waived by the Heat. That's all I remember where he went of last. But it doesn't really matter. Those guys aren't Suns anymore. So that trade is looking way worse now. The fact that DeAndre Aiden over these last two games against Portland has had really good games. He ended up with 25 tonight and 20 rebounds, the double double. Um, Timani Kamara, 17 points, 5 out of 7 from the 3 points range, and 5 rebounds. It's I'm so frustrated, guys. This is real time frustration that you're seeing from me. Just it's it's sad. I know why we made all these trades uh, early on. We all wanted off of DeAndre Aiden. All right, it was all good trades, all good moves at the time. What we thought was for the Suns, but they are looking worse and worse by the day as this supposedly championship contender team is not where we want it to be. And then there's also the Bradley Bill trade of forming the big three here in Phoenix. I mean, Bradley Bill, he no diss against him. He had a great night. He had 25 points, 5 rebounds, three assists, 3 steals, 1 block, and that was a crucial block that sent this game into overtime. So I mean, Bradley Bill, amazing guy, amazing player, but like just everything that has been going on recently with the upcoming trade deadline and just everything in the going on in the valley with fans torn between Bradley Beal. It's an ugly situation um where we just really wanted Bradley Beal and now it's not working exactly how we wanted it to. The fit on his role with this team and just his performances that he has brought up here. And then most importantly, what I think everyone just kind of hangs on is his contract. It's just all those things that the Suns were willing to take a bet on. And well, now we're kind of screwed as that Bradley Beal trade, that contract puts a lot of things into suspense um, on where this Phoenix Suns going. The Phoenix Suns, I'm trying to communicate right now, in a really bad spot, and this game makes me realize that a lot. Um, it as it continues to be a problem with this team, whether it was like a decision to keep Nick Richards out of the last couple of quarters, I say, when the Suns really needed to rebound, when we needed to rebound, is very head scratching as Nick Richards didn't play that many minutes near the end of this game. He only ended tonight with 7 rebounds, 2 points, 1 steal, 1 block, and he only had a foul. So my guess on why they didn't play Nick Richards down the stretch was to not prevent a foul, which they still fouled, and they didn't rebound. So it all just works against the Suns. Credit to the Trailblazers. They've got something cooking now. They've been cooking. If I pull up the numbers real quick here, The Trailblazers are now 8-2 in their last games and have a 4-game winning streak, and they show every bit of it. This is a very much an evolved Portland Trailblazers team, as they are scrappy. They got some great defenders there, and they could surprisingly shoot the ball, which is definitely a strange anomaly I didn't expect, and probably not what anyone expected. And you really start looking at the West, it's so packed, dude. With the Portland Trailblazers now joining, and if you wave off the New Orleans Pelicans and all their injury issues, that is 14 out of 15 teams that are really competitive and all wanting a playoff spot. And the Suns are failing. They're a sinking boat in all that mess. As of this day and age, right now, a lot of league altering trades have started to happen, and the West becomes more defensive, and now games start to become more tighter. It's just, and the Suns haven't made a move yet. I mean, is it really that far fetched for me to say that it's looking a little bad here for the Phoenix Suns for maybe the rest of the season if they don't make a move at trade deadline? uh I'm not really liking this team anymore. I mean, I've kind of known, well, I've known from about December through January that this isn't really a championship contending team, and what the front office really wanted. Um, but I was expecting more trades and maybe more uh problem or answers and things to be ironed out near the end or come trade deadline. Well, trade deadline is 3 days away, and we're still having some of the same issues that the Phoenix Suns have dealt with since day one: rebounding, turnovers, defense. Um, and yeah, it's I'm a be level here with you, Suns fans. It's looking really tough. Okay, I don't want to end tonight on a bad note. Okay, it's just where I've seen this Suns franchise be, and it's far from where we all wanted, and it's frustrating. Wasting another good season from all these legendary players that have wanted to come to Phoenix for the first time in forever. I mean, I haven't been a Suns fan forever, but like from the long time Suns fans, they've mentioned how stars now wanting to come to the Valley, and all this news. It's really a change of scenery, which I hope continues. But God, do we need a championship, man? I just want to see that championship banner, and I think we all do. So it's disappointing situations like tonight um, that put a question mark on where we're heading for the end of this season. Um, so yeah, that's just kind of my like end game uh, uh like rant about this game. This game in general, I did like what the Phoenix Suns did come out the first half looking way better. They were handling the Portland Trailblazers much better. They were playing this aggressive um like hardened defense. They were forcing a lot they were fixing a lot of their mistakes that they caused last time. As last time, the biggest issue from the Phoenix Suns was the fact that they turned over the ball, I believe 19 times. Don't quote me on the exact numbers, but it was a lot. Okay. A lot of turnovers, which led to 20 plus points for the Portland Trailblazers. So that was the main reason why the Suns lost last game. And they needed to clean that up. And although uh, they did end up with more turnovers tonight, I feel the biggest improvement here is the points concealed off turnovers. As yes, the Phoenix Suns did turn over the ball 15 times, which is more than the 13 the Portland Trailblazers suffered. They only allowed 12 points off of those 15 turnovers, and the Portland Trailblazers allowed 17 off of their 13 turnovers. So that is a big improvement in my books. Yes, we did have more turnovers, but we did not allow them to score more. Tonight was just more of a rebounding issue and clutch plays issue. As the Suns quite literally went cold that whole second half, and that's what ended up deciding tonight's game. As around halftime, both the Suns and Trailblazers had very even numbers in rebounding, shooting wise, turnovers, fouls. It was all pretty even at halftime. So it was just the main question going forward was who's going to play better defense? And well, the answer is the Portland Trailblazers. Um, as they stopped the Suns multiple times, getting crucial stops, and they got rebounds and they hit clutch free throws. It was all in vain for the Suns, as they just simply couldn't shoot the ball well. They had their looks in that fourth quarter. They had their looks in overtime, but they just did not knock them down. I mean, as this road trip is coming to an end here, pretty disappointing from KD, who hasn't had really his 25 points or plus kind of outings. He was kind of quiet at Golden State, and he was quiet the first Portland Trailblazers meeting. He did answer back tonight with 27, but then again was 2 of 9 from three and missed some really needed threes near the end of this game. Um, the Suns just went cold on offense, and that's the biggest problem with tonight's. Eh, Other than Kevin Durant, I will say Bradley Bill has also been looking pretty great on this road trip so far. He's had big games in Golden State, Portland, and tonight again. He's been really crucial during these last three games, and I don't think that should go unnoticed. Um, so yeah, really great games from both of them. Other than notable players, other than the main big one that I want to talk about tonight, but I'll save him for last. Uh, Royce O'Neal, thank you for the shot that sent this game into overtime. Thank you for that. He had 14 points tonight, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, and a pretty good game for when I was getting concerned about Royce O'Neal being all streaky. Mason Plumlee came in and he played solid minutes during like the second and third quarter. He had 6 points, 12 rebounds, and led this team in rebounds. So I'm thankful for that, but those 12 rebounds definitely didn't help him near the end of this game when we needed a rebound. Those are really the only notable bench players I want to mention. Not really notable nights from the others. So I will end this episode on a bit of a good note here. Everything I just said about the Phoenix Suns, it's all bad, okay? But let's just take a moment to appreciate the now Phoenix legend that is Devin Booker. 34 points tonight, but he only needed 23 of those points to surpass Walter Davis in this franchise setting game, um, where he is now this franchise's scoring leader. I haven't been here since day one, since Book arrived. Um, but it's been amazing and it's been a pleasure to watch Devin Booker over these last couple of years and see him grow into this franchise's best player. While we, us Suns fans, may never, us living Suns fans may never see the Suns raise the Larry O'Brien trophy, what we do get to appreciate and watch during these times is probably the best ever player to wear the orange and purple. So I think that's all something that we haven't really appreciated much. The NBA is a crazy place. No one's really safe, as we recently learned with the Luka Doncic trade. Um, Franchise cornerstones could still be removed just like that. They could be gone. So let's just all take a moment and leave this game, at least with on a high note, that we have Devin Booker. Say what you want about Devin Booker missing that last free throw that would have sent this into double overtime. I don't see anyone not wanting Book, right? I bet you would go to any. It would be hard to find a fan of another team that wouldn't like Book on their team. Book is still really valuable, and he hopefully, by the words of this whole franchise, remains a Phoenix Sun for life. One of one, Devin Armani Booker. All right, that's all I want to say about Devin. Okay, uh, just a really great night from him, and the little montage they played. I watched the Suns broadcast. The little montage they played was really nice. I'll admit, a little just talking about him gets me a little uneasy, a little shaky in the voice. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. And Devin Booker, I'm happy. Phoenix is happy that you're a Phoenix Sun. Okay. So now we're gonna close this out. The Phoenix Suns, with these two losses against Portland, falls down to the 10th seed and is now in the three-way tie with the Sacramento Kings, Golden State Warriors at 25 and 24 on the season. We are the 10th seed, almost falling out. And the next game the Suns will have is the day before the NBA trade deadline. Sorry, it's 11, guys. It's 11 p.m. I don't know why I have people watching. What are you guys doing here? It's 11. I don't know where most of you guys are, but like it's 11. Go to bed. But but so the next Suns game time will be February 5th, and that will be at OKC. God, if we can't win 2 games against Portland, what do you think we're going to do against the number 1 seed in the West? That number 1 seed in the West, by the way, they did play tonight. OKC did play tonight against the Milwaukee Bucks, and they won by 29. So we will see you February 5th against OKC. I wish I could say hopefully that game goes better, but at least we have Book. Okay, we have Book. Book's healthy. That's all we could hope for as Suns fans. As we wait patiently for maybe some Suns news to talk about. I hope to God they make a trade. But I don't know at this point really what could fix the Suns. That's not really my job. That is James Jones's job and Matt Ishbia's job. So I just talk about the Suns. All right. I like talking about the Suns. All right. So it is 11. I am ending this. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Okay. We'll see you next Suns game time, February 5th. And have a good night. Have a good night knowing that Devin Booker is on our side. And hopefully he remains on our side for the rest of his career. Okay? All right. Good night to all of you. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe for more Phoenix Suns content. We'll be back here next Suns game time. All right? Good night, everybody.
Kevin Durant delivers.